I see a because South Carolina Conference President. See a baby to boom. And a Pascal, here we this year, baby, to any one or to 4 year old, Yawapia. A man of the bomb come of 4 name of 4 in a song. Miss Yabeno, to any one or to 4 year old man. I mean, a man of the bomb come of 4 name of 4 in a song. This was the Canadians who had a party of what pain in Iowa. And what they did in war. It's in our soon. This one, so when any dear was as was a Washington, what they did in war. I'm so soon. I should punish it there once. I don't want to have a 7 every sad. Being where you are, and what about child to go so. But you know, I am as this one, and what put on out the war. Be a too short, be a sweater, be a bone of Pastor Joseph Dampa, session dedication support. See you at a minute. It's a pen of
All right, check with your time. It's 9 minutes after the hour 4 p.m. here in Ghana. My name is Pastor Ben. From now until the exhaustion of the segment, I'm coming your way with Punchline, episode 3. Remember to like and share. Let me acknowledge those that are live here on YouTube. Oh, even before I came live, Ohima Boadma Brimpon all the way from Dubai says, laugh out loud, this point go punch well. Vera Mankwa is greeting. Mercy is also greeting. Auntie Janet is greeting. Mr. Oforiata is here. Mavis Blankson is here. Good evening. Good evening to you, to me. I trust you're doing well. Mrs. Flores also has to is here. Having a home. Remember to like and share the feed as we about to boss on. It's say a brain papa. A brain papa. I was ready for the segment around 10 a.m. but it's been several interferences and appointments for teachers meetings here and there. I've been a video and Yebisia and send a new brain so a mono watchy up a one. Yet the beatitude no at was. Kaisa Ocean Facebook Live no Momodia identify on to me. I welcome on. I always want to acknowledge the viewers because you're very important to me. All right, Sierra Brenna, 11 minutes after the top of our 4 p.m. today. It's Friday, and today is the 27th day of November 2020. Yeba ababishia adie kakra. And one you say eba punchline dia. Mesero your punches. Me hate you ne kanwa no I the right thing. Why? Ayo donkwa nentokwa. Then me punch you a kanwa. Jerese udi for. Okay, Yenya Paul Yankee live on Facebook. He says, good evening, how are you? This is Paul Yankee. Yeah, what Facebook live? No, please identify yourself. Let me acknowledge you. It's important for me. You're so precious. You have a bomb pioneer punchline. And then so Masamaba. Mr. Veretta says, Papa, I hope today's message is not going to be a technical knockout. I just hope so. Kwame UK so ever having our home. I and the Empire bigger. And even so, Abba Bedru live on YouTube. Please remember to like and share the feed. It's very important. Ohima says his blows will punch well. All right, Yamon Pioneer go punchy. Midiani or Sofoben. I'm your humble servant. So you trust in your umpire wherever you are. Odi ewuchiri boni nenso oye boni edru. Enunti yeba wanim edon yimu a. Na ni yesrew ni se beebi a yeto sin obresu yimu. Ehonom na oba be kyerɛkyerɛ yen. na wasa yɛn den ɛwɔ afutusɛm yi mu na yɛtumi ayɛ ne yɛtene ɛwɔ Awurade w'anim. Awareɛ de nipa bebree ɛkɔ sɛ yi mu. Ɛno nti ɛdɔn yi mu fa me mu na ne wo mma yi ɛnkasa. Baabi a ehia ɔtomfoɔ no ɛna wɔbɔ hɔ. Iti sɛ wasa ama mesi nsɛm yi akyi a na kyerɛ sɛ ehia wasa fɛ. Ehia ma me nua mma yi ɛne me nua mɛɛma yi. Me maame nom ene me papa nom yi. Dom ne boa yɛn because we need your help. Don't allow anybody to be offended by this message, because taking offense is an assumption that people are not ready to remedy the situation. In every situation, we thank you for this grace and power to be able to do the right thing. In Jesus' name we pray. And every believer will say a big amen. All right, obi amfa the Bible na memfa asem we ni anim ansa na ba be yento kwakese wo ha. Osenkafo eti a eye miensa. Osenkafo Solomon osenkafo eti eye miensa. Me teach mu a eye baako pepepepe just one. Mama Sandra, me te won catch. I called you few days last week but I couldn't reach you. I believe say ho ye. Ya be Accra branch asori na tum. Dinyame yadumo a homedei ba me hu wani mwai na mafeo. All right. Osenkafo eti eye miensa ni teach mu eye baako ne pe. Punchline episode 3. Adie bia wo ne bre a wahye no na ebre ewo homa adwuma bia osoro ase. Adie bia bebese o tin komo no adie biara ewo bre a wahye ama no. Na ebre wo homa adwuma bia ewo asase wei ase. Erade asem ni agidi vonka amen emfa mame.
I should have banished it once so empty. I don't know one can stop every sad being where you are. So, but you know why I see so and what put on out the poor, or be a tissue, or be a sweater, or be a boda.
Ecclesiastes chapter number 3, verse number 1, reading from the New King James Version. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Let's just say, well, brother, they worry. And that punchline, no, I'm still on the marriage, getting the marriage process right. Now, if you look at the headline for today's punchline, I have mentioned that age matters. Our real in fear wedi what they call no, it matters. Now, enye fear na wedi na me babe name. I'm coming to hit right at the situation where a woman is getting involved with somebody she is older than. Obi a wo wanyi tin no oba ene me beka wasem bema me patew ti masem yi isan se aware no se ye wadwen se ne ye wo pe na obeyi a enye yi so atenkomo na se oye ne opa aware ne enye yi enye wo na o chechira aware to ho onyankopon no chechira aware. Now let me take you right into the message. Love isn't enough. Now, emphasis on isn't enough to sustain or last a marriage. Yes, maybe you did not hear me right. I said love isn't enough to sustain or to last a marriage. Men can you that here? Odo. So say what the odo akwa waria. Me kanu kreba kubi di achire. Odo so awarie ni jina. Yes, because love will face challenges, and the time will come, you will not feel the same way you felt about the woman. Oh yes, you will not feel the same way you felt about the man. That is a fact. So what can sustain the marriage? What can actually make the marriage last and stand the test of time? Principles. So today I'm hitting you right on the punchline of age. Let's do a little analysis from the Bible. I want to be biblical with this so that you don't have a reason to doubt the point I'm making today. Because if you're actually doing it wrong this way, I'm sorry. Especially for those of you who are about getting married. Those of you who are about getting married. But if you're already married, it's too late, actually. You can only accommodate and compromise and, adjust to the situation if you're already married. But let's do some analysis from the Bible. Actually, the Bible has been silent on the age of a man and the age of a woman when they are going to get married. The Bible has been silent. The Bible has not clearly specified that a man must be older than a woman before they can get married. Actually, the Bible has not explicitly. I use explicit because people want to see it written really in the Bible before they believe. So the Bible has not explicitly written that a woman must not marry a man whom she is older than. Bible non chroye. On chron yagani obekinkan. To say yakinkan Genesis 1 verse 1 they say. Bema wo oba when you say no, he na one ware no. Bible non chro no sa. It is not written black and white in the Bible. But the Bible has painted a pattern. Did you hear what I said? The Bible has created a pattern. Bible neka esebi adiato ho. Enye niema ni nyina na wo kenkan Bible no a, you will get it verbatim. Unya ne sa. Ensem ni bi wo ho a, we silent on it, but we creative pattern na dey ato ho. It is how your Bible studies ni year. Ube se Bible no, even though one side can wait, but what creative party not to Obama. You cannot go and marry a woman who is older than you. That is the punch. So if you are with a woman who is older than you, I'm sorry, you are going to face challenges in the marriage, and I'll give you reasons why you will not doubt me. Okay, so let's do some basic analysis. Okay, do you remember the first man God created? I'm going to ask a very very difficult question right now. Now, how do you think what do you think about this? How old was Adam when he got married to Eve? Or better put it this way, how do you think Adam or Nene Yere, if you say or more age difference, me pacho uni moi fatwa si homa me why mo Mrs. Yano uni moi fatwa si homa me why because and me babe hate so hard me punch papa me na make a tell and then me punch o palm will say yes me punch sa punch me punch pa akuya quality minua akwaba pacho mama me answer no minimum dey di nkomo no answer na me to aso me say Adam min yen nyina nim say onyame ye Adam answer na obeyi Eve but me busa say if you do him e ba ya answer na yedi Eve every Adam me pacho munima munya no ma me twem minimum dey di nkomo no Facebook for YouTube for minimum dey di nkomo no munya no ma me why Akuya is here, Janet is here, Miss Ofereta is here, Mercy is here, Vera Mankwa is here, Sandra Dago is here, Ivamwa is here, why be no Munya no mame. Ophelia is also here. Munya no mame. I know the Bible hasn't actually said it, okay, what do you think of Eve's age before she was brought? I'm with you, no, mama. Okay, as you moye bia my chere say ye nim memfanisa, right? Memfanisa. Okay, that's a good thing. Bible nanka emfie dodo Adam di ya nsana ye di Eve ebre no meboa. Ye nyina ye analysis o mebe ponche na ma me nkyere nem kakra ansana me ponche wo hu se ba bia me ponche no me ye correct. Because on from yanka me mo wa fum ti na mebe ball no me ball na ka wa na wa kwako yi onsiesie. Now ye nyina hwa de abere onyankopon ye Adam e de ne ba asase so no no kwasem ni o de adwuma bi se Adam sa adwuma ben no de se Adam sa monka kyere me we nkwa de amesere mo monka kyere me ne nkomo ne nye de ai adwuma ben na o de se Adam sa se o pese me bie phone line na obetumi aka ai se o pese me bie phone line no a ebren so but for the sake of question na mebusa no metumi bie phone line na tum. If you person me be a phone line now, that's of open the phone line. Let me give you the answer. I will open it. But question where me pamojo me here answer. Ebra onyankopon ye Adam no. I Adam. Oh yeah, Adam no. Ejuma be no this nsa. Me peso yi anoma me. When kwa di ebra sister yi anoma me why? The Bible ni yesu che. Okay, me ba your friends on Facebook yen ya be ma oti brempa yi eye ohima nikunu or say some hours old. Oti believes Adam was few hours older than the year Eve. Okay, ochire wa dey. But right now no me say aduma ben na nyame ye Adam no this year nsa. Mon kan kire me. Me dwa mo me nua no. Abusia me dwa mo. Woman common nye de ma me wie na ebre ne konji me bese na me chesa. I want to engage you na me punch one who say I'm right. Surprisingly, no answer yet. Ejuma ben na onyankopon ye Adam no ode se ne nsa. Me be se me boa ne ye nyina ye sese. Enfie dodo na Adam adi. Ansa na ye di Eve ebeden ebeka no. Anti na mabusa asa question. It is all to me kire me aduma poche bi anyame de se Adam nsa. Ebe boye ma ye tumi adwendwen ho ne ho okay. Se na aduma ne tie de e na bia Adam adi mfie sei. Ansa na ye di Eve ye dey eba. Oh, answer dear my so far so good. I was here for Uncle me. Why? Okay. Samon Kasa. Mena me babe come in talk. Meka masam. Aye. Sawon ka meka. Ebranya meye Adam no. Okay, a say to take care of the garden. That's a good answer. A part of a juma ye de say nsa. But so obekaya ebre nyankopon eye niema nyina wieye. Na odi niema ni nyina she Adam nsamo. Onyankopon ka kire Adam say Adam niema na maye ni nyina no me mma ne din wo e na obeto niema ne din. Me pato se mokai. Se mokai. Se eye Adam ne de se adwuma ne ye den e she ne nsa. Pato okay. Okay. Eti Adam shase say enema na nyankopon ye no oto ne din. Eti da ye de niema ne nyina she Adam nsa no. Odi ehwe niema onyankopon ye wa asase so the creation. Hwe niema onyankopon ye no asase so. Na ye say Adam onto enema ne nyina din a me pacho me bisa wo nyansem no. Emfie dodo ahe na Adam behia ansa na odi ato niema ne nyina din awie. Mon kan kire me ye. Obi an kire na dwen kakrama me why? Yeah, I'm telling you that when God created everything in this world and handed them over to Adam, he gave Adam the responsibility of naming each and everything he had created. That is a fact. It is a biblical fact. So therefore, we can also deduce that Adam would spend a certain number of time to name all the items. And you can imagine the varieties of things that God created in this world. So how long do you think it would take Adam to name the items or the creations? Now, you know, let's do some digging here. Okay. Adam was given the responsibility to name everything God had made. That was not a one-day affair. That was not a one-month affair. Because if you look at the fishes in the sea, and each one of them has a name. You will find the octopus, you will find the herring, you will find tilapia, you will find redfish, you will find catfish, you will find, and each one of these names was given by Adam. So you can imagine, if Adam is to go into the sea and give names to the fishes in the sea, how long it was going to take Adam. I am trying to create the audio here, the pattern for you to understand. Okay, all right. Now, Adam nemu bibia ewiem onemu amframa onemu was the way I feel you, I'll call you wind. And Adam named it. All right, and the creation in the firmament, Adam named them. Okay, and then the rivers, the names were given to all the river bodies. So Adam actually spent a whole lot of a time naming the item. And no answer, onemu niemani nyina no. And then Yankopon beye oba. Oma and Naho eto Adam so deep sleep. And then he took out one of his ribs and made for him a woman. And the last thing Adam named on this earth was the woman who was born. He said, I will call you woman because you came out of a man. Alai. So this projects that Eve was not created for Adam the very day Adam was made. That is a biblical fact, even though it is silent, but it is biblical. Say Nyamede, the responsibility of naming all the creation ama Adam dia. Then Adam must have spent years before the exhaustion of that assignment. I said, no, we say, it was after the naming of all the items, all the creation, and then Nyamebe ebe man na ho eto Adam so eno yi oba ne fempade ba akodi oba bere no eno say okay oba wo mefre oba because ofi obere memu na yeden e bai e kire say enye da ye Adam no ye Eve. Pepacho, my brother Oti, you said some hours old. It is not hours old, it is years old. Even though the Bible has not made it known to us how many years. Equia Okrete is suggesting that it is 40 years. I might agree, I might not agree. We cannot be definite or conclusive on how many years, but it took some years before Eve was created. This is a biblical silent fact. I no correct and I'm no canon. And should I say Adam no when you say in the year? I should I say Adam no I when you say in the year? Me pacho young friend no say free. Okay. Now, let's come to Abraham. Abraham, eware me pacho, and then you may put some more question. Abraham, eware no dim fear him, mon can't me. I say, who's your Bible? No one is so. Abraham, ware no dim fear him, mon can't me. They say, and me to me was in a mad. The famua na me yi we gu anu ma ponche o na wakwa dream say yo kofi ko wudi ana aye ni aye but o mebusa question in fear he na Abraham na wadi answer no worry Abraham I the father of faith agidi fo nyina ewura. How old was Abraham before he got married? Please tell me. So for it says 100. It is wrong. It's wrong. When Abraham was getting married, he was in 100 years. Actually, at the age of 100, the That time, so now Sarah was with the 90 years. Yes, if you remember, that's what the Bible says. So at the age of 100, Abraham had his child. 90, Sarah had his child. But how old was Abraham when he was getting married? And how old was Sarah when he was getting married? Okay, let me give you the answer. Mr. Fureta says 40 years. Equioclade says 40 years. The answer is wrong. Abraham was 50 years when he got married. Sarah was 40 years when he got married. How is the old age difference? Oh, yes. When Abraham was getting married to Sarah, Abraham was 50 years and Sarah was 40 years. But age, age gap, 50 against 40, age difference in here. How many years? Abraham yedika wo say Adam otenasi emfie bebre ansa na yedi Eve yede ebe no e kire say na Adam wanyinsi ne yire no ai oba no wanyinsi no Abraham ware no wo 50 years ne yire Sarah no wa 40 years eti na Abraham wanyinsi ne yire how many years? 10 years. So for that boba wo ya ba wo so be ware be ma wanyinsi no oba wo ko ware be ma wo oba wanyinsi no jina ye na me be ponche wo sound from so na mo ye ya man nwene wo obi say oh love it's in a message and I told you love is not enough to sustain marriage. I me be chere on yesi. So at the age of 100 Abraham had his child, and then at the age of 90 Sarah had her child. It means the age difference was 10 years. So Abraham was 10 years older than his wife. I'm still creating the party now. Okay, yanko yanim Isaac. I had no confusion kakra wa. About Isaac emfie na ne yire no my year research for Bible no ma check it Talmud, ma check it Torah, that ma check it all the ancient scriptures. There's a little bit of confusion, but it still buttresses the point I'm going to make today. So how old was Isaac when he was getting married? Ebinum say 37, Ebinum say 40. Actually, Isaac was 40 years when he was getting married. Isaac was 40 years. And Rebecca was between the ages of 14 to 20. So when the Jew people say a maiden, a virgin and a maiden is between the ages of 14 and 20. So actually, if I'm to go by the exposition the Bible gives, Rebecca was 20 years when he got married to Isaac. So Isaac was 40 years and Rebecca was 20 years. Me pato, 8 difference in there. 8 difference in there. So if Isaac was 40 years and Rebecca was 20 years, it means Isaac was 20 years older than his wife. Like I said, this has not been explicitly written in the Bible, but if you do your Bible studies where you will get the ages of these people when they were getting married, and even if you do not get the ages of their marrying age, you will get the ages where they died and to be able to know the calculation. Okay, Yanko Jacob, Jacob, the father of Israel. Yes, the father of all nations, Jacob. But Jacob no didn't fear him and no falling in love. Man, say and no worry you. No didn't fear him no falling in love. Mon can cheer me. Maybe I'm to me boss here your Bible check because of that point and I'm to me boss Ochi, are you saying Jacob was 79 when he fell in love? Please clarify it for me. Why? How old was Jacob when he fell in love with a woman? Obviously, Rachel is the one we're talking about. Okay, ECOCGHAC is saying 35 years. You lie. It's not 35 years. And then, and you're 35 years old, mommy. Jacob fall in love or told the mountain dino. No, bro, Very good, very good, very good, very good. Momo Sama Ivamwa Ajiva went papa. Jacob was 77 years old when he fell in love with Rahel. Yes, he was 77 years old. But at what age did Jacob get married? At what age did Jacob get married? He fell in love when he was 77 years. But at what age did Jacob get married? Obia wonim de no wonim ya make one seven because ye nya nim Jacob ne love story no ye nyina ye nim. He fell in love at the age of 77. So at what age did did Jacob get married? Monka age ne mama ye em kon tell mama me sere mo bebre no asa I na the time that me ho pa em fie do na Jacob nya ye ansa na all worry. Say Otodomun 10 times 77 years and then now what age did he get married actually? Okay, Mr. Samuel operator says 91 years. 91 years was an age or the worry a man who 84 years about. At the age of 84 years and Jacob a worry Leah. So Bekaya or Bano Nanka a Rahel and also for 7 years. Okay. 7 years or some now or some no for Labano. 7 years now, a Becca 77 a year 84 no, now you're Rahel and now a day. Awesome. Benyanum, Onya 84 no, or no Bano Kodaye, Adia Tiano, Nanya Rahelo, Neyelia. It was another 7 years, a man by year 91. I sent Onya Rahel adding Akahu. Jacob na warrior happy too. One at the age of 84, one at the age of 91. At the age of 84, na Leah. At the age of 91, na Rahel. Na me pacho Leah and Rahel no me dimfiahe and no worry wo. Shani so a man yenu and a Jacob aware wo. At the age of 84, or worry Leah. Na Leah dimfiahe. At the age of 91, or worry Rahel. Na Rahel dimfiahe. Okay, I know they're very, very difficult because I had to go back to the Talmud and I had to go back to the Torah and read the book of Enoch and then the first book of Enoch before I was able to arrive at the ages of Leah and Rahel. Actually, they were between 21 to 22 years. Approximately, Leah and Rahel, they were 22 years when they got married. Yes. What about when you hear me? What do you tell me? Yes, say. What do you tell me? Yes, I know. Jacob 84 years ago. And I worry Leah at the age of 22. And Obedi 91 years. And at the same age, between 36 years, I'll calculate you. At the age of 22, no, and I worry Leah. So what in common say? And I was saying another 7 years and son of worry Rahel. It is a Leah or worry no 22 years, Rahel or worry in fear don't was saying about 22 plus 7. That means at the age of 29, and now Rahel your year day or worry. I know what the same age, but Leah Eddie can't worry. And Sana Rahel ever worry. It me pato 91 minus 29. And no aim fear to do not Jacob at the same Rahel. But Jacob a warrior between him and Leah no now 84 against 22. Say 22 free 84. Mubenya how many years difference? Boys, moon check him mommy oh. Boys, moon check him mommy. Guys, moon check him mommy. Why? They tell me answers no. Jacob 84 years, 22 years, and no worry Leah. Laban the Baba no dikano. Actually, the Bible is telling me when I did the research that they were twins. But not Penini Leah. 84 against 22. The difference is 62 years different. A branch in the knee and Wako worry about 91 against 27, 29, 91 against 29. Difference in here, how many years? 91 to 29. Difference in here, how many years? Says, I know you're right, so what do you know? The first marriage was Jacob and Leah. The second one was Jacob and Rahel. Rahel, the end, 91 against 29. Check mommy. Ubian check mommy. Mini num free muka kransa. Na menkan answers no. We young kontao me pese me punch you be. Pese me bo branch be blue and ne day. Look at it. It won't say a 62 years. 62 years interval. Age na Jacob Edia or the ware manu. Aye. It's a fact. Okay, my memo another one count now for me punching yanko. I make a maybe say Obia who baby I may be punching. So when you're lying on Masada, right? Good. Now my memo another your friend is saying explanation back a clarification back on count now for yanko. Okay, Zachariah. But some okay Zachariah. Dear only Elizabeth Ewo John the Baptist, you know. So okay. Me patcho time omo John the Baptist na Zachariah we din fiahin. Mon kan kire me. Na Sabrina so Elizabeth din fiahin. At the time omo wo because Bible no even when I check the Talmud and then the Torah and the entire Bible, I did not find their marital ages, all right? But I found their ages at the time that they had John the Baptist, and it tells us the age difference between the man and his wife. It's me Busamo and Yanom Zachariah. Would you for Zachariah? The high priest Zachariah. I want Elizabeth, John the Baptist. At the time John the Baptist, nobody in fear him, respectively, nobody in fear him. Can you please help me with the answer? I want to hit somebody so hard. Please give me the answers. Why? Kali, give me the answers. Oh, give me the answers. Ana Miamenka. Okay. At the time where Zachariah Enya Neba John the Baptist, no, 70 years. That same time, no, Elizabeth is so at the 60 years. Zachariah no saying the year no in Fiahe. 70 against 60. No saying the year in Fiahe. In Fiedu. 10 years. Meboa. Okay. I can go on and on and on and on and on. But me per se, otim komo we as mama few facts. Silent facts in the Bible. Now, then I'm a patchery. Say, obey money, oba, falling in love. No more prepare for marriage. They think, say, once the man loves me, it doesn't matter how old he is and how old I am. All that matters is love. You are a fool. If you think love is all that you need, you are a fool. That's a punch. Akawa. Ditum. Because when himself making account, when himself go down the coin and I fail you. Minimum nekasa. Na bibia you okay, muye a friends a sweetie pie. Love birds. That's what they call it. Love birds. You are love birds. And the kusi say. There were many of you when you started dating way back. When you said you fell in love way back, that love got disappointed. And you broke up with those boys or those girls. Meboa. You can give a number of instances where your own friend said she was or he was actually in love, but the love story never ended well. So where did the love go? It tells you that love cannot do it all. You need something else. Okay, wise up. The principle of age. Age matters. So we need more and then make catch it. So when you more may catch it say, where your bar, what the Odano, when you are dirty, or da me, or there see me, Adia Roseway, you know, now I says here to, oh, day, many Gina, sweetie, many Gina, oh, boy. The point I'm making today is that so when you're now you're involved with a man whom you, the woman, you are way older. Tio, if you are a woman and you are older than your boyfriend and you intend to marry that man, please think again. Think again. Think again. Mr. Man, you have to be older than the woman you are going to get married to. If you think age does not matter, you will find the reality of this when you are actually married. Oh yes, I'm going to give you few reasons. For some of you, you didn't think that age was necessary. When I began the segment, I read from Ecclesiastes chapter number 3, verse number 1. A man must get to a certain age before he decides to get married. The age at which you are getting married is not the issue here. The issue here is how old or how many years interval is between the man and the woman. Bible no anka se oba okoware bema wo oba no wanyi ache no a eyebone. Bible nanka, but ayebone de amamu because the Bible created the pattern. Adam no wanyi sin ne yire. Abraham no wanyi sin ne yire. Jacob no wanyi sin ne yire. Moses no wanyi sin ne yire. Amram and Jochebed omo na wu Moses. Amram no wanyi sin ne yire. Even though na ye no so an waware no, esu no wanyi sin ne yire. Joseph was older than his wife. Manasseh and Ephraim, check your Bible, do your Bible, thorough Bible studies. The men were older than their wife. The Bible never painted the, black and white, but it is silent there. That pattern is right there. Give me one example of a marriage in the Bible where the woman was older than the man. Give me one example. One example. Have you seen why authority is being contested? When people whom we are older than are actually the people who are lording over us. Ye. I'm telling you, baby, I'm no kasei. And you nyankopan domini ni grace, and a wama di minimno abro and penny for soa, minimu quite me better than penny for casao. Mecano credit actually. Do you know why the Pharisees had problem with Jesus Christ when he said, before Abraham was, I was? They asked, how old are you? Why do you think they were asking Jesus how old is he? Because they thought Jesus is too young to speak that nonsense. You think age does not matter? Age matters. Age matters. Eti awarie noa obekọ ana awarie noa nanka obekọ be man we hu emfie dodo a wadi a oba. Now it turns out say you are way older than the man. What's the name Nyansa say Bema no? Bema, what's about the name Nyansa say? Where's about that you would say? Mammy can't send me a penny for a 2 inch. So, Refia, dear, what did kind and you be son of council? I, dear, what did kind of you be son of council? The kind of credit at once I obey to be another catcher, say, "Who grab a casayeti, the Menisi?" A woman saw the Mukumba Menisu to make casayeti. Once I say, Baba, Minas as you make Poncho Pamo say, yes, me Poncho. You know what? When you are maybe you just about preparing yourself for marriage, okay? You're fortunate to come across this particular segment, punchline episode 3. Now, today's punchline, I am saying that if you are a man, make sure your woman, a man is to a woman, a husband is to a wife. So if you are a man, make sure your woman is no older than you. Woman, make sure your man, you are no older than your man. So we say yes, it is all your bema. Now we hear our nenete obane nyisi wa Mr. The problem beba. Ubia or experience was adi we mubiano. But omi be full line wa ubi to me afraid. Now ni ashe. Why? I want the young men and the young women Why do you think we see everything wrong when a young guy goes for a woman way older than her and try to have a sexual relationship with her? We call them sugar mummies. Meboa. And each one of us, every logical person, sees a reason wrong with a young man like that, a man of about 25, 30 years, then not old age, 65-year-old woman. Don't you see anything wrong with it? Don't you see anything wrong with it? One kasa why do you say that brandi obodam? Oh, mami is 65 years. Obano enyin sim wo. E wom say aware no. Nyankopon the authority no emma bema. Bema na ye the head of the family. No woman can contest it, but I'm sure she will wrestle it. I'm telling you the truth today. I have picked the point and say, a man, you must not be less than the age of your woman. Mr. Husband, you must not be less than the age of your wife. Actually, the Bible is painting the clearer picture that the man must be older. Now, let me share you some few reasons. Do you want to avoid the temptation, a woman? Do you want to resist the temptation of actually flouting the authority of your husband? If you want to resist the temptation, then don't get married to a man whom you are older than I. And sorry, ebema wabu ukwenimtia, ukunu ubebu nenimtia. Now betumia kasetiano. When him the ebema the audacity to talk back at your husband when you are actually older than your husband. Yeah, biblically. Your husband has the authority of the home. But when you are older than the man, madam wife, the temptation to talk back at your husband, the way you are going to communicate and how you deal with the situation, sometimes you don't look at it from the perspective of the authority of the man. You look at it from the age factor. Yeah. Me say, mame, wokunu a woni ni chief yi hono. Wuji tum say ono na ye ebusuanity ai wuji tum ma wuji tum menu mienu nyere ye tum but ensohwe ye ka temptation ensohwe betumi ama oba a talking back ana akasetie ni ku se betumi aba ne saa ubekomu no na wo ba na nyini sin be ma no eno ne ma that audacity to talk back, otherwise you wouldn't have even dared. I'm not saying say se woba no onyin sin be ma na ontumi talk back at be ma no. I'm not saying say entesa and also betumi esi, but that is an ungodly marriage. I am talking about a godly marriage where a woman wants to resist the temptation of talking back or flouting the authority of the husband. One must be younger than the husband, because if the authority of the husband is abused and you think you have a problem with it because of age, you will still limit or put a restriction on how you address issue. I want to tell you something. An elderly man can offend me. An elderly man or woman can offend me. In my authority as a man of God, I have the power to rebuke them. But do you know what comes into my mind? The first thing that crosses my mind is how old they are. I must choose my words carefully, because even though me or suffer, but they are older than me. I have authority over them, but they are older than me. And because of the age, I must subject myself to the age. And even though I'm going to reprimand or rebuke them, I have to talk to them according to their age. What in common I say? It is a obana waware no no. Bema obana waware no. So obana nyisim na nyamia memne wanhwe ya. Bra. Se ade ne tefa so a nimfia odese emo no. Omu biu. Bra waya ade a enye. But se wokunu oya ade a enye mpo. Na wanyini sin oyere a. Se okunu ni oyere ni die no efri home pa. Yebani mpenini still osen woyere. That age alone no, will make her resist the temptation to actually flout your authority or misbehave towards you. I say obani nim say when you say no and no equity indelible mark in her mind. If only she is a godly woman, is the truth. Yes, women, you can call or you can send me message and tell me say asma make me boa. When your banana no be maybe or now when you see manwa. The temptation to always flout the man or talk about when the man messes up is high. But when you see you will consider the age and actually talk, even though you say it, but you find a way to say it politely. That is the truth. So your marriage is not just about love. Yet your marriage is love is not enough to sustain the marriage, because when this trigger is pulled, the trigger of age, when it is pulled, I'm telling you, you'll find it hot in the marriage. Oh yes, the woman can talk back at you. No, bet you me I can work at yourself for Jimmy so me kura many sin. I maybe wohosa a paper swam in a make a choroni via wedino or the baker on boa or bemo a small boy. It is a open those of you who are actually preparing for marriage, I want you to cross-check your ages. I ask your fiance or your fiancé, how old are you? In fact, make sure you have the age, the authentic age of your husband. And you must well actually be younger than your husband. Madam woman, be younger than the man who may kind of credit. If you are not younger than the man, you are likely to face problems. Don't invite unnecessary troubles for yourself in the marriage you are going, because sister, don't go and add problems to the already existing problems. Satan so who bra when ho now obana wo ko ware no wunim so obana nyisin and na wo ko ware no me pacho ma the second reason, the purpose of guidance, direction, okay, in the home. You get guidance and direction mostly out of experience. Obani dika was asisu jao. We who we are senior brabone jao. Who nyami jao. Because udika was asisu jao. Anything experience, knowledge. Obane ne jao. Bra, we are just for me guide this a woman. Etina die bia no age se okọ oba no akwa akọje na dwen ansa no waye no wa hu se oba na twi mu dosen because wanyi isi o ma meka bibi nkyere o onipa so basa si so eje obi a empanifo buba ka to se opani eni hwe kra no owo abache anameboa opani eni hwe kra no wodan owo abache enya abatwe o oba ya che owo abache so atenkom na se ansana yebewu obanyansafo no na opani nkwase wo oyeden otiase se wonte ebena me ibu na se ade me paternally say if you are thinking like your father, no depends. The fact say wo tien nkomoni you, the fact say wo bema wotumi akwakwo ware wo ba oba na nyi say wo no, the woman will turn out to be your guide. You cannot guide. That's it. Yeah, ye wo mema bebre wo a omu sika wo matumi atika de ekwanya betumi bia mo wada ne sikani so ate ngomona say wo betumi ekwan bi one time betumi bia no wada ne sikani, so you can become a rich man in a day. So ate ngomona say eti usikani na wababe ne nkyere se wonim nyansa wo ai ese say wo ye obi a oba na wo kware no. Number 1, wodi kan wasase we su da no wonim niema bi oba ni nim wo betumi adwen akwakire hu niema be si daache no waka kire oba no na we su di oba ni di kan wasase we su da wo oba ne kura na ekire oga na bakose me pacho bra ugina bia wo hefa. Eti se woko aware a normally a man no asoro, godly marriages are a to de be a man no soro na wo montan mu a man no. I'm not referring to a witch. If you oba na wo soro na wo mu ko, you are a witch, you are possessed. Enye no na make. But I'm talking about an institution of understanding a married back a bedroom baby no na atia fa so a trigger ba ko bi na wo ba na no abro be ma no so enye da bia na esi but etumi bro so na empofrim etumi afiri wo ba na no aka say me kura manyi sen enti se oni me daily a aya hwe yi a problem why e wa ware yi. How old you are can also determine maturity. Do you know that? How old you are also determines maturity. And that is why we expect more from a person who is 30 years than a person who is 15 years. We demand more from a person who is 30 years than a person who is 15 years. We expect that by age 30, you must be more mature than somebody who is 15 years. So, if maturity can also be derived from age, because the longer you live on this earth, in this world, the more experience or exposure you have. Okay, so if the woman is older than you, Mr. Man, it means that according to age, the woman is matured, more matured than you. If that is the case, the woman may have experiences that you do not have. Okay, and if that is the case, it tells me that the woman is likely to reject some of your advices because she is older than you. Mr. Man, make sure say Obana Okowana. When we say, do you know why the women are mostly calling their husbands daddy? Do you know why? And yet, because of the title husband eating here from daddy, no. But the man is older than the woman. It's picture Bible na painting. When you are actually getting ready for marriage, they say, bear man must be older than you. Don't joke with this. The man must be older than you. It is all to obana home. No obana nyi senwa. Bra. Bepache wo. Mama ntoka kesi wo. Bepache wo mi busa wo. So bani bi na no kachere wo say. Okra ade na otumi ye wo niema chesa kwada. Authority be no wo e no tumi kan sa asem no. Opa kire se na dwe mu dosen. Shenenso. Problems just don't come. They come as a result of our mistakes. Some of the challenges some of you are facing in your various marriages, a center on age, a circle on age. Ebi a wo wawari a ote ho de wo ni sa problem no. Ebi a wo kunu wo oba wanyi nsin no, but wo ni sa problem no. Inhyiran kan wo. Se wa ma wo mfie na wadi no. Any which mu dem no amfa enye bibia mu ko animtia inhyiran kan oba. But aware ni bibiri unnecessary problems abemu no. E ma na nyinsɛn e mema no. Yes. Mintumi nka say ko na ko ware oba wanyinsen me Bernard mintumi nka sa asem ne nkyerɛw. If said that is not the picture the Bible has painted. So what in common say se me yere wanyinsen me a, there is a limit to what I can do, what I can say. Assembly wo esese me kan bia meka na nibre so a ebeye correction no. Nimfie we dia assignment no. I'll consider the age and give respect, and I'll be diplomatic in certain areas of our marital life. But I tell you one thing today. If you did it that way, if your boyfriend now winning it, if you are older than your boyfriend, I'm sorry, drop that boy and go for somebody who is older than you. Take my advice, Ebebo. Obeka said, I have already planned the marriage. I don't care. What to tell you, man, want to tell you, this is the picture the Bible has created, and I'm punching you. Man, kasa me babe kana do. Me babe kanwa the right thing. That is the imagery of the Bible. Okay, the Bible has not explicitly said that, but it has created a pattern for you to understand that a man must be older than the woman he's getting married to, not the other way around. Okay, now women age faster than men. When I say age faster than men, I'm referring to body wise. Emma wo labor pains wo eti emma go entem esem emma wunim sa emma go entem sem emma but emma wu entem sem emma wunim sa adenti na emma wu entem sem emma because edumade ni nyina ye emma ne they are exposed to all the dangerous hazards in this lifetime. Okay, so ohwe emma wo mu kunu mewu a edoso say emma wo mo yere no mai den ewu. So atenkomo na say ma bema ni wunya bema no, because oba time ni nim ye ni mabedi. So when yin si wu kunu a me patoti o oba bewo wo be yemre na me pato se wa ho adi ni feel a wo be wait bema no wahu akoko ni a your friend is an emadi na chida e akoko berie nyame hihie mu no anka the best thing is say bema no be no de niema obrenya ye na eja ne yere ne ma eno ne your friend no eja pade eti eba epepi wu me ka unyansasem enedei ebri nim enti na se me kɔ ne ntentem no yebre no ene ekopa It's in a make on intentum no. But the point I'm a person will make it women say women age faster than men. What the o man o manu a wo no hebe manu de he oba no. When say body wise no say manu drew adolescent age a wo mo hyase e petu nyini preku pe bi aso mbe ya abode sin. Say what they make and I say I enunchi na wo yire krampo no o ware no ya tia donko I when you say we yire no o ware no ya tia donko but owo ba ku mienu won say wo ba o yire na be ye fatibom won say o yire na be kese ejan e to de bi kra na ni o yire nam ho a ye bedwin say o yire na nyi se o. That's what I mean by women age faster than men. Eti say o pese be ma o resisted the temptation of cheating and having eye for other women. I may marry a woman whom you are older than. I don't go and marry a woman who is older than you because or go ntem so I want the temptation to have eye for another man because it will be very high. Don't make that mistake. People have fallen prey to this error and they are paying for it dearly. Oh yes, I'm telling you. A nipper binum, a member binum today, they are cheating simply because Omago. Omago. Obana same man 3 years. Obano same man 5 years. Obana a to the big cry, it can go as much as 7 years and no more. I a member namudi moon fee ACS Yamano, Bunya steady, Tajimino. We a bear now the womb fee see Obana, Tajimino. So just here. So I think I say, Yasha biblical exposition ya. Ne member ni be cross from 10 years, it be 20 years, it be 60 years. I David the bar Cocrano, Yankwan Fabre one a brand is all mechanic you. Yakofa Babawa, okay, but okay. David bar Cocrano. And ya Baba one didn't be done in Chewam Paso say, Uncle David watching. I will be shaking and another way. You understand you, Bob? So if your wife is actually going to age faster than you in age, because I want to me manago, and you look at the responsibility, the demand on our wives or the women at home, or Baben Webiane, or Babi you say, or to take care of when the man is not there, that is a tedious work, and your wife is likely to age faster than you. Actually, it is a fact. I've been going through lots of retorts, but I don't want to go to the data. Okay, I've been going through the humanitarian records, all right, but I won't be using as a yardstick for this particular punchline. The punchline I'm telling you is your wife will age faster than you. And that is why when I was choosing a wife, I chose a wife I was way older than. My son gab them. So I think I say gab them. So she will always look younger for me and beautiful. By the time Obeka say okay, no Mrs. Diako Florence Wagono, Sabre no Akra, na me kodi I mean America, na me kodi What's about no didi kakrebe oye toko what's our broso bema what's the unti mpeja no kra who compass unti mpeja wo yire mfa no nkompa no so what's the unti mpeja no if you live your life that way you are going to find yourself in a mess. Women age faster than men. Please get married to a younger one. Be older than the woman. It is a piece of advice. As a wofa ebebua. It's dating na wo dating wa wo check age you know. Oh, only Obano are the same age. Obano was 25 now, also was 25, and you think you can get married? Stop fooling. Agrona moody, stop fooling. It will bring problem. So wahala beba. Say ne wahala ma ochina wahala bede ebeba. Jimmy Pau Chow. So yeah, eja na obaba e de be me bi pass obaba ware na obaba na nyi sin be manoa me pacho. If you listen to my humble advice the man to go for a woman we won no nyi sin no na obane de o mane nware obema o no nyi sin no. Don't tell me love is enough. Love will run away when you start receiving insult from the woman. I would yet now. Now, the friend you may dear grow. Love no, a big gun. Ma age or banning a who's when you say no. This is no on so munila ho. What dear? The bonds and mamma's over Bena. So today, let us have it on record that if you are a woman, you must not settle down. Don't do that. Don't. Okay, I will not say you must not. I won't advise you. I will not advise you. Say, Koware bema wo ba when you say no. I will not advise you. Oh dear, you had you. You had the akane no cry you go school no. Akoda udi mfiensi ya uko jina P1 meboa. Oh meboa. Okay. A free say wo go school me pacho minim say ebetumi asi. Oyo ba ti ngomoni yo. Oyo ba o SS3. Me de mo ba fom kakra na matemi nkomu yase. Oyo ba ujina SS3 fane say oyo ba ujina SS3. So what nkomo na say. Enna bema no oba be se openo ujina SS1. Technically the your SS1 and the your SS3 you say age difference no your SS3 no any say your SS1 ceteris paribus. To every law there is an exception. There can be somebody in SS1 who is older than somebody in SS3, and that is why I'm bringing an exception here. But technically we believe that somebody in SS1 is younger than somebody in SS3. Okay, so you can imagine a boy in SS1 going to propose to a Form 3, a girl's prefect. How is the proposal going to be? What do you think will happen between that girl's prefect, whom a Form 1 boy is coming to propose to? Why? 0244 765050. But question me busa say what in common say. Me busa say, asemi and the make Kenya, a be face say I'm offending them. No, I'm not offending you. Me chero nyansa. Ababa or SS3 technically you say when you say ubia or ahe or SS1 technically, okay, on technical grounds ceteris paribus it makes me about say ubi or Form 1 as when you see ubia or Form 2 because there was delay in education, no, so I think common I say due to factors. But the question I'm asking you say what pa won say your ba ujina SS3 and you are older than somebody in SS1. From when you are branch here, eba be so ope. Me pacha obe jesu wana wonye so. Kachere me. Ay, me pacha kachere me yo. Na me pa me wo SS3 SS3. Now Form 1 Abba fresh. What you mean ya kukudro ba say? Who gave you that audacity to come and see me pace? I'm sure say wokura adobi obetwama kwada no. Adentia because who say when you say anameboa. Na fe ade gine ba ware am pese ma mo ware mema mo maji si wo. Wadwe ne mu da ho yi. Say you say adwe ne mu da ho me pa cho san check ni bi why ne mu na ho yi. You betimi ada ho wo ne ma bi ho but sade we nko ade adwe ne mu na ho yi. That you agree to marry a man you are older than. Hey, look. If you think you are getting older and young men are coming your way and you are so desperate for marriage, don't make this mistake because that young man who is coming, Ebedru baby, mommy, you are older than the young man and you think you are so desperate for our year, so you accept his proposal like that. Sometimes mumu be betumia cry so, but you know very well say you are older than the man. Just because you are aging and you want to get married, now with what you won't feel so to be able to get married. Me catch you say ebeye kakra untumi sheki usisi wo mpaso yi I am pinning common na median because you know penifone yeshewa akwada bia ni ha channel we you are less than 18 years they won't give you access. Every video be a mayor no it is written 18 years plus. One of the policies of YouTube into penifone yeshewa me say a bedroom baby style a branch any person o no wo be ya abrewa wontumi nyu a branch person hang won so na abrewa wagui obeda hang o no shoot I be home. Jay one son of Warian Wako Media make no crash. A branch agent and now so giddy what bedroom. Match in the bedroom now for a buyer. Eddie. So will be yes in Beman. We see better. And known as a branch in Piano or two beer or no year older than her. Now would to be shaking soon or Panama or boss and Abrawabe and Grand Amenity fee. Well, yes, be careful. Be careful. The Asama making, connect it to all the dots in the marriage. Connect it. If you are a woman, please reconsider the age of your spouse. Your to-be husband, reconsider. If you are almost at par, it's not healthy. I am telling you the gospel truth. It is not healthy to be in a relationship with a man you are at par in terms of age. You are 29, you are 32, and the man is also 32. Please check the age well. It will create problem for you one day, and you will blame your witches. Your witches. You will blame them. As an angel more. But you say what you mean? Come on, I say. Say what you see. Anya niema ni nyina anya niema ni nyina ena honkonkro no ba be ka kire o pim ye anya niema ni nyina abrantie bi betena manim ayi friend say last week abrantie bi ba manim office aya the next room my office had a studio na menini di nkomo no ena wo ka kire me say nani ni ne yire ho because actually chiti on the yere na me busa ne di ntia chiti e na o ka kire me say ne yere no ye bote wo dem dodo oye bote the way a o pie ba kopa ba ni shaking na busa ne say wodi mfia he e na obo ni mfia na busa say ne yere di mfia no obo mfia na oba ne esen no 7 years and I'm saying, I don't know worry, no, so it's often a minimum. One kind of real age in a getting answer me. The worry we cry a children and son of me, baby who said, and no crampo, not a woman, no, and you call hospital, na doctors, no, advising me, said, no, in the urine fina wedding. A hawker no cool say, or banning ye say, we will. What's a beman that TSC about thing? Do you know why the sugar mummies have been going in for the young men? Because they feel the young men are vibrant, they are energetic, they can rock them well. And you, young man, you are going for an old lady. The young men go for the sugar mummies because of the cash. You think they really like them? They have their own girlfriends, proper one. Our money do more. It is sugar mom is there. A convenient. Because no logical man would like to go in for a woman who is older than him for marriage. If you are logical, if you're rational, you will not be doing this. Etime pamochao ene ebrenim etime de enkomo no eba besi ha demu me pese oti asese in the marriage. If you want to get it right, madam, I will not advise you to marry a man you are older than. Enware bema oba when you say no bema enkwaware oba when you say enye nidi ferry. Why? Ferry. Yamishirao. So what I'm in common as it is a one way yere ho now yere nyi sin o amepacho get ready. Pastor Joseph Dampa session David support you what so bana nyi sin o get ready. Na wunya nchen afutuo jida. When we say age nanka so oba nyi sin be ma ema o madwemu do. When you see Ubema, yeah, you can say, Mema, God created them, you are higher IQ, blah, 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 you are just deceiving yourself. So bad na asase so emma dwen kwa echiri esen mema. Eye omo natural habitat emma. It is obetna asase so nyinja. Eja wo be mana wo ba na brabo mu a. Ono no ade a obedwen ho ne no obedwen ho akọ 2 years ahead. Ai emma dwen kwa echiri. Pa, especially in relationship, they care about the future, not now. Yeah, men are almost all the time instantaneous. Emprekope. Men are mostly not looking at the long term, but every woman in a relationship is looking at a long term process. Yeah, and that is what women acquire in the process of aging as they grow, as they mature. So if you are going to settle down with a woman who is way older than you, Mr. Man, Ebidu baby, you will feel that you don't measure up because the maturity you will find in the woman will so be evident. Say, Wankasano, Unyobia. Don't make that mistake, okay? It is a why yes, sir, me pacho. I've already hit you, my poncho. Media me who be bika from Nebusame. 0244765050. Maybe your phone line at two. Ube to me the ato your friend is saying a comment line. Ube bebucha say what will therefore be the ideal age difference for a man and a woman? What would be the ideal age difference? Maminko Facebook na menken time. Auntie Grace, Edu Grace, or say Papa, if the man is 2 years different older than the woman, is it good or not? It is fairly good. It is fairly good. 2 years, a year fairly good. The fact that the man is actually older than you means it is fairly good. But I'm Kokorano, I say Obama to me say not less than 3 years. As I say to me, yeah, best when you're Koran, so Bema is on 5 years, I hear the best. Or so 10 years, yeah, a papa. I so if you mutia, a papa, no correct me catch it all. If you mutia, but a bro 10 years since so now, quack we be oh. Why? It's maninye within what the least crowd 3 years. Uncle cry 3 years. Why? I obi from my peke. Hello? Hello? Yeah. What is your boy?
Heaven.
Our home.
Papa, the question is there. Sisi said, Never know about no if you ain't your man. Now, Obano, and you see a man. And she said, no, I'm be any day. Home be there, like home be there, and I said, I'm ultimately from the moon crack, come on, like, come on, down, have you listen.
Okay, Ube Jinasu me yano and asa Ube Frizo.
Introduction of boy.
All right. Yamishirao. Vadis Yabua Ebusa say, Oma Boabo Mwaka Kre Bino Mawari. And then the me punchy woman Obani who say, when ye say Beamano. It is a see a woman yai, and na say, Omontuasongwari. Ahano no kwasemni. Empenifo ebube aka say obi ensi trududu ematoa. Ena aboa odwan baby ope enodi ni fufu ye den ebo. Eti me, I am in no position to tell the man or the woman say munyai there be PH. Eti sa decision e die. Mejai e di ama sa oba no ene bema no. Mejai di ama wom because ye kan ebi nso wo a oba na nyinsin bema no bataware no etumi agina ba besi ne ceteris paribus enye nyina ha enye de ya ba akodi ebetumi ayeye na se wo de na nkwango yeye eti sa decision de evades ye bejai de ama sa oba ne bema no se na omati se oba na nyinsin bema no na wo persist na no mo ware a ewo mo nsem so mo befa afutie no nso no omo atrase asase akasa bio ati niema bi ase a eno so wo mo nsem because begidi se nyamesuro wo mu a That age factor, no, you can overcome it. You can overcome it, but it is not the picture God has created. So the devil will still find a way to penetrate. And then America say, don't invite unnecessary troubles for yourselves. Okay, let me go and read another question. Okay, Facebook. Evelyn Odum says, "Heaven, our home." God bless you, Daddy. You said it all. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. Ochibrimpong, I'm on YouTube, but my network is not good. Okay, YouTube, dear, I hear higher bandwidth, intino. Ubechimi ejina Facebook no so no mu ebeboa. All right. Yamna YouTube na me making kind comments everyone no enso about na yewe. Solomon Ezuma ewo Dubai or say asemu asem. Mami Janet Ricker says, Papa, God bless you for the wonderful message. Bless you too. Antiva says, a word to a wise is enough. Papa, you've said it all. God bless you with more and more. Thank you. Bless you too. Ohima Asresa, Minimsemi can say be ana esri. Ohima Boatman Brimpon says, age matters. Wise up. It is true. And Mercy says, tell me more, Papa. I will tell you more. Okay. So basically, the punchline for today is Oberima and worry oba when you say and yet futupa. And nothing a more counseling. One more two move for no counselors, you know. They like to find out how old the man is and how old the woman is. It's a very important question that every logical or rational counselor will ask. A very important question. We cannot leave that question out of the equation of marriage. Understood? Please, those of you who are currently dating or currently looking forward to forming a union with your to-be spouses, I will advise you to actually cross-check your ages. Now, what would be the ideal age range? It must be at least between 3 years and 7 years. At most, 5 years and 10 years. Oh, yes. It is a whooping range in an ideal age difference. No, and no, no. Either say a year between 3 and 7 years, and I say a year between 5 and 10 years. So falling within a difference we are a year papa a beboa. So I think common I say a man naturally it puts you in control. It is the dignity of a husband if failure. The aging or maturity in terms of aging will also help you to remedy some of the situation. Not Chief Akwaba Yamishirao. Solomon Ezuma says she will insult you. Yeah, definitely. I know there are no two ways about it. So a woman who is actually filled with the fear of God. Not when you say wa. Bema, find it easy. Awari no Urebe hosa okoi. Yenya Owusu Peter all the way from Ilios. Say good evening, Pastor. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, my father, my friend, my brother. I trust you are also doing very well by his grace. So this has been your servant, Pastor Ben, with Punchline episode 3. Age matters in marriage. So please watch out. It will be in the morning. I'll come your way with Punchline episode 4. We're still warming ourselves up. So if you're going to get a married bride, please say why you sound from so we are. You better sit down with your wife and read talk. Why? Oya ni sa ebeboa. Yamishira o. Onti na nimchira o. Nongotwe ebo pemua. Besan eniwashia. Bye bye.